Hello, my name is Redondo, and my book bento is based off of a book called Five Nights at Freddy's. The book is based off of two main characters named Jack and Edward, who grew up as kids in elementary and weren't exactly popular in their school, so they needed each other. One example of their unpopularity comes from my first book bento piece, The Pepper. One example of Edward's clumsiness actually involves a pepper. You see, when he was in his science class, the class was doing a magnet project, and his teacher had asked him to grab a special mineral to put on the magnet that can be found inside the cabinet. But with his clumsiness, he accidentally grabbed the pepper and poured it all over the floor by accident without looking. And when the teacher turned the fan on to watch the experiment, pepper got in everyone's eyes, including Jack's. While Edward and Jack were on their way to their house together, Edward and Jack had both found a lost baby kitten inside the bush, which is where my second bento project comes in, the cat named Faraday. Jack and Edward tried their hardest to train Faraday to be a good cat, but things didn't go as they planned, as Faraday got distracted by a butterfly and ran out to the street. Meanwhile, Jack noticed this and followed him, which then ended them both dying from a truck, which leads me to my third bento piece in this project, a severed arm. Although it looks a little gruesome, it is what happened in the story. Edward was so sad that he had lost his friend Jack to the truck, leading that to the point where he stayed in his room for weeks, depressed. One day, while Edward was depressed, he had found out that there was a commercial saying that you can recreate your favorite feline friend into an animatronic. You can even make your new animatronic look like your old pet by just sending them a piece of the hair, which now leads us to our fourth bento piece, the hair. Edward knew what he had to do. He had to go back to the scene where Faraday and Jack had died to get a piece of Faraday's hair. But unfortunately, he accidentally grabbed the wrong hair and instead grabbed Jack's hair. And once the animatronic was sent to him, it was unfortunately the cat's body with Jack's face. Which leads on to our final piece of this project, the face. You're never gonna guess how this story ends. No matter how hard Jack tried to escape, the new animatronic he has owned will always catch up to him, and the face of Jack haunted him for all eternity. Happy Halloween!